77th minute. Kylian Mbappé goes down, grabbing his right ankle. He waves at the bench. He walks off by himself. No stretcher. Minutes later, the cameras find ice strapped around the joint. He has already scored 8 goals in this World Cup, level with Lionel Messi. France are going into a semi-final against Spain, and suddenly one ankle has become the biggest story in football. My answer is probably no. Because in that same match, Morocco had more of the ball, 52% to 48%. France still produced 22 shots. Morocco produced 5. That is the real clue. Mbappé's ankle matters, but it probably does not decide the tournament. It changes how France must win. It does not remove their ability to win. So, the real question is not whether France are finished. It is whether Spain can punish the way France invite pressure, and whether the other semi-final produces a finalist strong enough to exploit what is left. Start with what is actually known. Mbappé called it a minor ankle injury and said he was completely fine. France were 2-0 up when he went off. There is no confirmed evidence of a tear or a major sprain. So I would not build the prediction around absence. I would build it around management, maybe fewer repeat sprints, maybe fewer long carries. France can live with that. Against Morocco, Mbappé scored. Ousmane Dembélé scored 6 minutes later. France recorded a third straight knockout clean sheet. They have won all 6 matches in this tournament. The bigger fitness story may actually sit behind Mbappé. William Saliba and Dayot Upamecano both missed team training on Saturday. Their status can change, but that is the update that could swing the Spain match more than a bag of ice around the captain's ankle. Because Spain are not Morocco. Spain have beaten France in their last 2 meetings. They knocked them out of Euro 2024, then beat them again in a 9-goal Nations League semi-final a year later. They have also conceded only once in their last 5 World Cup matches. And Spain's possession is not decorative. They use the ball to move your block, push numbers up, then crush the first pass out when they lose it. Picture a narrow corridor. Spain feint left, then right, waiting for one defender to lean. France cannot chase every pass. They have to hold the middle, protect the corridor, and force Spain wide. That is where the game turns. Every extra Spanish body committed forward makes the counterpress stronger. It also leaves more space behind the first line when that press is broken. France do not need Mbappé to sprint 60 times. They need 2 or 3 clean escapes. Mbappé, Dembélé and Michael Olise can turn one broken press into a shot before Spain reset. So no, I do not buy the easy version where Morocco's numbers simply repeat against Spain. Spain press better. Spain defend transitions better. Spain have already shown they can hurt this French core. But I still think France win. Spain will control more of the ball. France will create the cleaner chances. And the reason is simple. This French team are comfortable living without the ball if the breaks are there. My pick in the first semi-final is France. Now the other side of the bracket. And I think this is the match that tells you whether France are lifting the trophy or just reaching the final. First, one correction. There is no recovery edge here. England also played 120 minutes in the quarter-final. So if you are picking this match on fresh legs versus tired legs, throw that out. The real question is easier. Which defense is leaving the cleaner door open? Argentina have conceded in every knockout game. 3-2 against Cape Verde, 3-2 against Egypt, then 3-1 after extra time against Switzerland, with the game only breaking open after Switzerland were down to 10 men. That is the unresolved problem in this semi-final. England are not perfect, but their knockout path says something useful. 2-1 against the Democratic Republic of Congo, 3-2 against Mexico with 10 men, 2-1 after extra time against Norway. Every game is ugly. Every game is close. They keep surviving anyway. And Bellingham is the reason that matters. Norway led. The match got messy. Bellingham scored twice, including the extra time winner. He now has 6 goals in the tournament and 4 across England's last 2 knockout matches. That matters because Argentina's defensive weakness is not abstract. If Messi drags Declan Rice or a centre-back toward him, space opens behind. Argentina can hurt England with that. But the same match creates England's answer. If Argentina fixate on Harry Kane, Bellingham arrives late into the gap behind him. That is the loop. Argentina can create. Argentina can also be created against, and in knockout football, the team that keeps leaving one clean door open eventually finds somebody willing to walk through it. So my pick in the second semifinal is England. Not by running Argentina off the pitch, not by controlling the game for 90 minutes, by surviving the chaos and landing on the weaker of the two open defenses. That gives me France against England in the final. England have proved they can survive a knockout match. France have shown more ways to end one. Mbappé has 8. Dembélé has 5. Elise is giving them another supply line. And France still have the tournament's clearest ability to turn one broken structure into a goal. England's route is obvious. Set pieces, second balls, Kane occupying defenders, Bellingham attacking the loose space. That is real. It gives them a path. I just think France have more paths. So my bracket is France over Spain, England over Argentina, France over England. Not because Mbappé is perfectly healthy, not because the other three teams are weak. France are my pick because the injury changes one weapon inside a system that still has several others. The ankle was never nothing. It was just smaller than the machine around it. Watch two things. When Spain lose the ball, can France escape the first press? And when Argentina step toward Kane, does Bellingham arrive into the gap behind him? So now it is your turn. France, Spain, Argentina, or England? Who have you got, and where does this bracket break? If you think I have the semifinal wrong, put your bracket in the comments. And if this gave you a better read on the last four, like it, send it to the friend you are arguing with, and subscribe. I'll be back after the semis.